and I'll be there. That song has been in my head for hours. So I wrote an article for a magazine called Glamour Magazine quite a few months ago called 30 Things I Learned at 30. And I loved writing that so much. I love doing things that are relatable to other people and make everyone else feel what they're going through is normal, and I just got really nice comments on the article, really. Although, yes, I did turn 30 2 years ago. Damn it. Most of these still apply to me right now, so I thought for those of you that haven't read the article, I would make a video on the 30 things that I learnt at 30. The only hangover cure is another drink. Eat a banana, take a shower, go for a walk. What a load of bollocks. Drink a Bloody Mary and you'll be grand. I can finally shave my legs without making them bleed. Working in the service industry is actually character building. Now, when I was an aspiring presenter / yet to be employed in, well, anything, I got a job as a waitress to pay my rent. And despite serving a lot of total wankers, it really did install quite a strong work ethic in me. It also taught me about the lost art of politeness. Oh, thank you so much. Wasn't that hard, was it? Social media brings out the worst in us. Sure, it's great for connecting everyone, but these menial updates like, oh, I had such a long day at work, I really need a coffee, lol. Oh, sorry, oh, were you saying something? Oh, that really did make me yawn. Or, perfect day with my perfect husband, #lucky, #blessed. Oh, I feel like, oh. Wearing dungarees lowers your age by about 5 years. Wearing less makeup also makes you look younger. For years, I wore far too much makeup and I literally couldn't leave the flat without having any makeup on. Now I realise that A, less is definitely more, and B, no one actually gives a shit. Mums do actually know best. Okay, not about everything because Mum, I still don't want to marry a banker from Chelsea. But that advice about dyeing my hair too much would end up kind of making it fall out and break at the ends. Yeah, that happened. And my first boyfriend that you said you didn't like all along, he ended up cheating on me. So the lesson is, listen to your mum. Exercise gets way harder, not easier. After a game of netball, I ache, for no joke, quite a few days after. It's actually embarrassing. My heart used to sink when people used to give me candles as presents. Now candles are literally all I want. Saving money, it gets harder, not easier. Potentially this one is just talking about myself. I put £500 into a savings account that I opened because I want to save up and buy a car. But I clearly took too many Ubers and bought too many frickin' green juices from Joe and the Juice that yesterday I had to go into the bank and say I wanted to take that money out of my savings and put it back into my current account. Fucking hell, man. I now know what I want in the bedroom. In the past, if a guy kind of wasn't doing what I wanted in bed or something didn't feel quite right, I would just like, you know, yeah, great, yeah. Now, if it ain't working, you're probably gonna know about it. And note to future partners, screaming, "Come with me, baby,"
Come with me, baby,
is not exactly going to make me explode with pleasure. Friendships have become so much more about quality rather than quantity. Like, did I just want to feel like I had loads of friends, or did I want everyone else to think I had loads of friends? The reality is you do outgrow friends as you get older, and definitely when you get to about 30, you start to realise who your actual friends really are and who you really genuinely enjoy spending time with. Going out is now less about looking for guys, it's more about actually finding a seat in a pub, just to sit down, really. Is that my pension calling? Very faintly, I think. Whenever you wax in preparation, you never get any action. Apparently, my vagina likes a surprise visit. Trust your gut. Last year, as most of you know, I suffered from very extreme anxiety for a very, very long time, and I went to a psychiatrist who told me that I'd have to take antidepressants for the rest of my life if I was ever going to feel better. There was something about that path for me. I know they've helped other people, obviously they've been a lifesaver for other people, but for me, I knew that that wasn't for me, And so when I got home, I ripped up the prescription and I was like, no, I'm just done with that. I just knew in my gut that it wasn't right. And I was right. You'll never understand why it takes men hours to text back. Or why, in fact, they sit on the loo for so long, breathing their own poo fumes in. In fact, men are just weird. Just weird. Kindness is the most important quality in a partner. These days, if one of my friends is setting me up with someone, I'm more likely to ask if he's a nice guy rather than if he's really hot. My dad's always said, if a guy likes you, you will know, and I honestly think there is so much truth in that. Now if a guy clearly isn't interested, I move the fuck on. My health is paramount. Now I genuinely just try and take really good care of my body. Because let's be honest, it's the only one I got in this lifetime. Conversations about cooking have switched from which stir-in sauce you're using with your pasta tonight to making kale crisps with salmon, coconut oil, lime and ginger. If you have a passion or a dream, go get it. I always wanted to be a presenter. Everyone in my life told me not to because it was too hard. My parents very much included in that. And now I've had 2 shows commissioned by Channel 4, which I did all by myself, and I'm just really proud of myself. Not that I want to stick my fingers up at my parents, but yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. Life continues to feel like school at 30. There's cliques, there's girls gossiping, there's girls not liking you for no reason at all. The good news is, they can now fuck off. Fanny farts happen. Give me a 5-star hotel over a tent or hostel any day. I now spend more than £5 on a bottle of wine in the supermarket. I know myself so well now, and I'm not afraid to be who I am. I do swear too much. I do overthink stuff, and I am kind of quirky, I guess. But the reality is, if I wasn't these things, I wouldn't be me, and people need to love me for me. I've said me a lot, I think. SPF, people, is your skin's best friend. And you might not think that now, if you're in your 20s, but at 30, you start to realise that you really do need to take care of your skin, because it's the only face you've got. Now, come rain or shine, I literally don't leave the flat without putting SPF 50 on my face. Rock and roll, man. Is that the right thing to do? I don't think it is it? Those life goals you set yourself at age 15 might not happen, but that's okay. At school, I definitely thought that by the time I was 30, I would be married, have 1 or 2 children, but that obviously hasn't happened. But other things have happened. I have this amazing show, I've travelled the world, I have my own business, and sometimes I actually genuinely need to pinch myself about what I have achieved. So don't focus on the things that you thought you'd have but don't. Focus on the amazing things that you do have right now. So there you go. Those are my 30 things I learned at 30. Actually, I'd love it if you guys commented down below on the things that you learned at 30, because I'm sure there's loads more than what I thought of. I had so many chips at lunch and I am just burping them up. Right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know what I'm doing next time. Obviously, I'm talking too much. Goodbye.